Hey, what's up? It's Greg. Dope Living TV. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody had a great day today. Okay, the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. It's everybody else's. All right. Having said that, man, have you ever met somebody that after you talk to them and you got a little vibe, okay, but you were not physically attracted to them? You liked him, everything was cool, conversation was great. He asked you out, she asked you out for a date, you say, I don't know. All right. You're not physically attracted. I mean, they got a great job. Conversation's cool. Personality's great. Um, the smell good is on. They got great smile. You know, everything is good except you don't have a physical attraction to them. Has that ever happened to you? Look, I looked up some things, okay, and I got 11 reasons why you should date somebody that you're not physically attracted to. You might feel like dating somebody that you're not physically attracted to. You might feel that that's a waste of time, but that's you couldn't be further from the truth with that. Okay, everybody's always focused on appearance. We're in an appearance-focused society, and we can forget about the value that lies beyond the physical looks. So let me give you one, okay? Y'all tell me if you agree with this, okay? You might really get on, okay? You might not find them incredibly physically attractive, but you might really enjoy getting to know them. Say you guys got the same values and interested in the same things. You probably enjoy their company a lot more than just sitting and staring at somebody and thinking about how attractive they are. You might find that you've got a lot in common by just putting in the effort to chat to somebody, talk to somebody, rather than just rushing things and getting too attached to somebody because of how they look. You ever thought about that? Looks are cool, but what can you say? Looks fade. You got to be able to work with the rest of it too. You know what I mean? Got to work with the rest of it. Focus on their personality and what you like about them, not just how they look. And you probably get it out. I mean, not get on very well. You'll start to like this person for who they are, not for what they look like. Because which brings us to number two, which is looks are not everything. And as I said, we live in a visual world. Everybody, the visual. We get caught up on how people look, but we spend most of our time on the apps making judgments from the pictures we look at. How many of you have looked on these little social media apps and said, "Man, nah, not her. No, not her. Nope, not him. Not him. Not him. Not him." And then you see this one. It's like the sun shining around them. Hair's right, face is right. Go in, you look at the picture. Pow, pow, pow. Everything's good. But when you finally get up with them, it ain't what it is. They are not the person that you made them out to be. That you made them out to be. You made them out to be. So, you know, it's hard to remember sometimes, but there's really more to being attractive than how somebody looks. And the more that you are, more open you are to getting to know somebody, the more likely you are to find a genuine connection and somebody who's much better match for you long term. Don't get me wrong, physical attraction is cool, it's good, but it can fizzle out. Like I said, looks fade. Uh, and when you get to know each other on a deeper level, once the looks are gone, if you're going by looks, you find out that there's nothing there. Looks were there, now looks are gone, and there's nothing else there. Um, Now let's keep it 100. You're not shallow or arrogant for wanting to be with somebody that's really attractive, but if you want to date somebody long term, go for a deeper connection. Get to know somebody, even if you don't find them physically attractive. You might be pleasantly surprised. You never know. You might be pleasantly surprised. Um, and while I'm waiting for the rest of the people to come on, number three would be you can be more yourself. When we find somebody that's physically attractive, we become more self-conscious. Compare yourself on a date with somebody really, really hot and I'm reading this one, okay? Really hot to yourself, hanging out with friends. You're probably a lot more focused on how you come across when you like somebody because you want them to like you too. And that's normal, but it might mean that you're not comfortable being yourself. You're being phony, actually. And you might present a different version of yourself or go along with what you think that they want you to think because you just want to impress them, okay? Ain't about impressing them, okay? It's about getting along together. You know what I'm saying? Both of you guys having something in common, talking about it, discovering communication. And I've been told I have bad communication, so I got to learn. But by dating somebody that you're not physically attracted to, you are likely to feel a lot less pressure to be phony. You can just be yourself and chill. And that's key to any healthy, lasting relationship. Just being yourself. It means that any connection between the two of you is genuine, and it's not a phony version of yourself. Less pressure is always good too. If it can help you overcome any dating anxiety you might have, um, don't be phony. Period. Don't be phony. Quit being fake and phony. Um, Again, today we're talking about what if that you met somebody, you guys clicked, but you were not really that attracted to him. What's up, Terry Griffin? You weren't really attracted to him like that. Y'all excuse that. Y'all wasn't supposed to hear that. But you're not really attracted to him. Hey, Ella, what's going on? Felicia, what's going on? Who else we got here? Ella Taylor, what's going on? Chris Payne, what's going on? And my friend, I'm not going to name names, but my friend told me, I saw a post that she put up, and I decided to, let's get into that. It's interesting because I don't think a lot of people want to talk about stuff like that. Okay, and it's a great question because people are out there phony and they doing stuff for the wrong reasons. I think that if you're going to be genuine with it, and if you're going to really, really, really try to get into a relationship with someone, and this is just me talking, okay? And again, things that I say are not necessarily anybody else's views. This is just my views, my opinions, and my opinions are my opinions. So, having said that, let's go to number 4. When you're the reason I think that you should date somebody that you're not physically attracted to is that it lets you get to know them. When we're really attracted to how somebody looks, we can overlook their actual personality. So we all looked into the facade. We're not even trying to get to know who that person is. We get distracted by how much we want to kiss them, for example. Don't pay enough attention to what they're actually saying or the personality traits that they're demonstrating. We're also more likely to rush into something physical if we're attracted to somebody, which can really speed everything up, sometimes too much. So if you take the time to get to know somebody that you're not physically attracted to, you'll be talking a lot more. You'll be having more deeper conversations and getting to know who they are behind their looks. You're not going to be quick to rush into the physical. You want to get to the mental. You want to talk to them. You want to say, hey, what's up? What are you about? Who are you? Chris Payne says, it's hard to find a deep connection with anyone, good or bad looking, by anybody's standards. Yep, absolutely, man. Absolutely. What's going on, Felicia? Again, Ella Taylor, hey, love you all, man. Love you all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get to number 5. Your usual type, the usual type that you're a person that you're used to dating, doesn't work anyway. So you might not instantly think that they're the person that you're not physically attracted to is really hot, but realistically, how many times have you went for that hot person, that fine ass woman, that hot guy, and that it ended well? A lot of us, I guess people say, you're not my type. You're not my type. A lot of us have a type, but if we're being honest with ourselves, our type isn't always actually right for us. So when you're telling everybody, you're not my type, you're not my type, that person might really be your type. You just haven't had an opportunity to talk to them. You're looking at the facade of what he looks like. That's not how you should do it. Okay. Yes. Go after somebody who you're not physically attracted to, but you might always go, for instance, for a bad boy, and then be hurt by them because they're bad. They might become abusive. But at the beginning, you like that, like the swag he got, pants sagging, dreads, braids, whatever. And he might really be a bad guy. Maybe your usual type is a wild girl, likes to go out all the time, and you get exhausted trying to keep up with him, but you actually really love to be in the house and chill out for a minute. It's cool to go out, but sometimes you want to just chill. It's worth meeting other people and seeing how differently a relationship could be if you stop going for your usual type and branch out, deviate a little bit, try to see something different. You know what I mean? I don't mind. Y'all try that though. Here's something else. At the end of the day, if you're if you're starting to like somebody that you're not physically attracted to, think about it. You got nothing to lose. I mean, this is self-explanatory. You're only really at risk of spending an evening with somebody that doesn't go well. That's all. That's the only thing that you would lose, a little time. Okay, and really, bad dates are really rare anyway. It would probably be enjoyable. You guys might find some commonality, and you might want to talk. You might want to laugh a little bit. You bowl, shoot pool. Go to a movie, something like that. If nothing else, it's something you can share with your friends. It's a story you got to share with your friends. You've got nothing to lose. And as long as you don't lie while you're there or lead the other person on, you might as well hang out with them and get to know them more. You might, again, be pleasantly surprised. Another reason to date somebody that you're not physically attracted to is that you might learn something about yourself. What does that mean? Well, by spending time with somebody you might not normally hang out with, you'll be forced to have new conversations and think about different things, things that you don't normally talk about. You probably talk about things that you wouldn't normally talk about with your group of people that you always, your friends. Maybe you would feel way less nervous than normal and can be more open about things that you love, that you might normally try to hide from a date that you want to impress. That guy or girl who you think is hot, you don't want to say too much. So you might you'll be a little nervous, okay? But with the person that you're not really physically attracted to, you can loosen up a little bit. You might feel too odd talking about your love of board games, or Uno or stuff like that on the first day. But if you're hanging out with somebody, and that's with a person that you think is real hot and you're trying to impress, but if you're hanging out with somebody who you're not trying to impress, you feel more comfortable opening up about the things that you normally would keep to yourself. All right. And you might learn more about yourself and the things you're keen on when you have the opportunity to just talk freely and explore different subjects. Okay. And you're not being afraid to talk. This person allows you the opportunity to just be yourself, just loosen up and be yourself. So, I mean, that could probably be good. Chris Payne says your type should be what's good for you in terms of values and personality in his experience. And I think that's absolutely true, Chris. Nobody can define what your type is. You have to really just be comfortable with it. And, if it fits your personality, explore it, take it a little bit farther. If it doesn't, again, what do you got to lose? All you can do is say, well, hey, you know what? It's cool. I enjoyed myself today. We could hang out every now and then, but it doesn't have to go the next step. It can just be the friendship thing. Everybody, and I think everybody would be cool. It would. I think everyone would know themselves if it's not going to go much farther. Okay, so, I mean, everybody has their own opinions. Like I said, these are mine. Okay, now another thing that could happen is that you actually might like that person. You might start liking that person more than you think. Some things take time to develop, so you don't have to feel disappointed if there's no sparks on the first day. But again, they might have been nervous, less confident than they normally are, so it's worth giving them a second chance and seeing how another day goes. But you might end up finding out that their personality is more attractive than they are. And then the physical attraction may blossom over time. If you enjoy spending time with them, they make you laugh, they make you feel good when you're with them. It's worth holding out for the physical attraction to grow, as that kind of connection is pretty rare, but try that. Go for someone who you're not physically attracted to, spend time with them. If they make you laugh, if they make you feel good, then hold out for the physical attraction and get to know them. And believe me, if you get to know them on that level, it's probably going to be a better thing, a better fit for you. And at the end of the day, if all of that doesn't work, you might get to know your date more and realize that, the attraction just won't happen. You might make a new friend, as I said earlier. And it's cool because you don't have to have any pressure to force a relationship. It's great to be open-minded, but it's also cool to just call it a day and agree to be friends. Like I said, you decide to go on a date, talk to the person for a reason. And that's a great reason to start off being friends. And how many marriages have started off with the person being your friend, and after you're married, that person becomes your best friend? You have a lot to talk about. I mean, you might just make a friend. Another thing that you might want to consider is that being in love, it doesn't mean that you have to be physical. Okay, love isn't just physical. It's not just about wanting to sleep with somebody. That's not love. That's lust. Right? Right? It's lust. Chris says exactly. You can find yourself through being open. You got to. The friend zone. Yeah, you got XXX. Does that mean you don't like the friend zone, Ella? Because sometimes the friend zone is good. I mean, it can lead to other things. Of course, it can lead to bigger things, unless you guys really, really, really are just content on being friends. And that's cool. You got a new friend. There's nothing wrong with having a friend, period. But again, love isn't about getting to go to bed. That's lust. Okay. It's easy to get confused by how your feelings should feel. Not are, but should feel. Remember, everybody is not going to give you the sparks and the fireworks, okay, and make you want to jump on them, and that's cool. You can have a healthy relationship with people that you're attracted to, even if their looks don't quite match what you thought your dream partner might be. You know what I mean? And dating or going out or hanging out with somebody that you're not physically attracted to, it helps you figure out what you don't want. All right. I know that sounds a little crass, but sometimes you got to experience something that doesn't work for you in order to realize what you're really looking for. If you're not attracted to somebody and it doesn't end in a relationship, then you can still come away from it with more awareness of what does work for you and what kind of partner you are looking for. Dating somebody you're not physically attracted to, it could be a great way of learning more about you, who you are, how shallow you are, or how open you are for different things, for different experiences, different opportunities, I'll call it. Ella says it's cool. The friend zone is cool. It is. It is. And we shouldn't shy away from it. If that's what it's going to be, that's what it's going to be. But you would probably have a fun time, even if it's platonic and doesn't go anywhere romantic. Give it a chance. If you come out of the, I'll call it the opportunity, with a friend, then you gain something and you can look back on things better. You gained something that you did not have at first. You may have had some, but now you gained another one. And this might be the best friend you've ever had. And if you're pleasantly surprised and end up falling for them, that's even better. So I don't know. You would have to decide yourself what it is. Now, how important is physical attraction in a relationship? Is it really that important? Okay, well, attraction takes many forms. Yeah, I did a little homework today. Yeah. Remember, physical attraction isn't the only form of attraction. There's other ways to connect with a partner and be interested in them. Liking the person you're with is important, but you can still form a great relationship with somebody. And the physical aspect can build over time. Everybody, a lot of people just rush into, and I've heard it, and I'm not going to lie, I've done it too. You make a bet with your guys, your friends. It's like, hey man, I'm gonna get her, man. And then like I was watching Boomerang the other day, and there was a scene where Chris Rock and Eddie Murphy were talking, and Chris Rock said, "Me and the brothers in the mailroom, we got to bet on how long it's going to take you to get Oh, girl, you know, and that's a common practice among men. I'm not. It's a common practice. So, but see, that's wrong. You know, let that stuff be. That's lust, okay, and that's the game part of it, okay. And you don't want to do the game. You don't want to do the game. Again, you may not like or instantly want to be with somebody that's not your equal, or somebody that you feel is not physically attractive, but they can make you laugh and make you feel like you're the only person in the room, and that in itself is a very attractive personality trait to have. Don't you agree? I've always said to a lot of people when I speak to people sometimes, especially men dealing with women, fellas, it's great to go along, la di da, blah, blah, blah. Ella Taylor says no games. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. But in order to maintain a great relationship with that woman, soothe her soul. Soothe her soul. Make her feel like she's, again, the only person in the room. It doesn't take a grandiose, a big parade and roses and all of that stuff all the time, okay? Sometimes you can just text and say, hey, I was thinking about you. Let her feel that she's important to you. Same thing for you, women. Um, but I can only speak from a man's perspective. Um, just do spontaneous things. Hey, look, let's go out of town just for the weekend. Spontaneous. All right. If she's a woman that wants to be loved, that wants to be cherished, yeah, she's ready to go. Let's make that right. Let's roll. All right. She's ready. Those little things like that can soothe a woman's soul. Ella says, if you can get in between my ears, well, you have won. I can't say what I want to say here because I mean, and it's the same thing that you're saying, Ella, but I'll kind of soften it up. If you can make love to my head, all the rest is gonna come. It's all gonna come. I don't want to, as a man, I don't want to sit up and talk to an airhead. All right. I don't want to sit up and talk to a woman who's always talking about herself. I don't like a woman who only has her in her perspective and doesn't see me. We get together and all you talk about is you. Well, and what you want to do and how you're feeling. What about how I'm feeling? What about what I'm doing? What about that? Support is huge. And it goes both ways. Support each other. You got to think about how someone makes you feel and whether or not you're attracted to that in itself. A lot of us are brainwashed into thinking that we need to meet our perfect type of person, and basically, we put blinders on when we start dating. We shut down anybody who doesn't fit the mold that we've already created in our heads, and we don't really give other forms of attraction a chance. But we should, because long-term attraction is more important. Like I said, you get to somebody who you're attracted to right off the bat, looks fade. What else do you have when the looks fade? The same person that you started with. No conversation, no sense, no substance, and now the looks are gone. Some physical attraction is pretty short term, as I said, and it can leave you, and it makes you both feel a little bit confused about where the spark went. It fades, and you're like, well, it wasn't like this, it wasn't like that. What happened? If the only thing that you like about your partner is how they look, well, your relationship might not last that long. It's great to be really attracted to a person that you're with, but you need to think about how that will work out in the long run. Everybody says you should marry your best friend. What if they're right? What if that is the case? You should marry your best friend. And that brings up the fact that if you truly know somebody, loving them goes way beyond their looks. It's what healthy, sustainable relationships are built on: trust, love, true love, respect, admiration, and faith. You can never take faith out of this picture, okay? Faith stays in the picture. So if you don't have faith that everything will work out, then you're lost. I'm just saying. Ella says one day is not enough time to make any decision. It isn't. Now, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. It isn't. Now, let's be honest, though. Most of us we really want to be physically attracted to our partners. Let's keep it 100. So we start, sometimes we think of them in a different way so that we won't have to continuously think about that you're not physically attracted to them. And let's keep it 100. We want to be that way with them. We want to be spark. We want to have great sex. We want to do whatever's necessary to create a healthy relationship. But for some people, physical attraction is more important than taking a chance on somebody that they're not attracted to. And again, everybody's entitled to their own decision. Do what you got to do about who they date. So, but if you feel like you really do need that physical attraction, it's okay to turn down the people that you feel that you're not physically attracted to. If you really want to just go head on and get to the boom boom room, it's all good. That's on you. All right. But it's also good to stay open-minded, because attraction genuinely can develop over time. But it's your choice how much time and effort you want to invest in somebody to allow that physical attraction to grow. Now, if sex is important, you need to find a way. So, physical attraction probably is the most important thing in a relationship, but it does affect your sex life. And if sex is important to you, you need to fancy, start liking, get enamored over somebody in order to have great sex consistently. If you spend some time to get to know somebody and start to find them attractive in other ways, then you might still be able to have a lot of fun together. You never know. But for some people, that aspect of it starts to feel a little bit forced. You don't want to be forced. What's good, Mark Gray? You want to come on here and talk about this, bro? Come on. Let me send you this link here, because I'm on a roll, bro. You know me. When I get on a roll, listen, I don't care who on. I got this. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna send you this link. People who know. There he is. Where was I here? Ella asked the question, what if you're attracted to a person, but you don't feel good enough for them? You asking me like I am the guru of this, okay? Here it is, okay? To me, that's a diminished self-esteem. I'm not gonna say low self-esteem, it's diminished self-esteem, all right? You're supposed to always feel that you are the best at what you do, the best at who you are, the best person that you can be. Everybody welcome Ujima to the show.
Yeah, I'm on that now. I'm gonna hit you back.
Huh? You talking to me?
No, I wasn't talking.
All right. Everybody welcome Ujima to the show. There he is.
Hey, I'm gonna hit you right back.
All right, I'm gonna hit you right back.
Not you.
I know, dude. I know.
Yeah, I'm on there.
You're doing that again. You're doing that extra. That.
Yeah. Let me try it. Let me go out again, man.
Yeah. It's gonna be a whole different story when you get on. I'm just letting y'all know. But again, and Ella, I'm gonna get to your question. Like I said, sometimes it feels a bit forced. Maybe you got to struggle to be affectionate or intimate with a partner because you're just not attracted on how they look, which is kind of what you're talking about. You don't feel, the other person may not feel, you don't feel good about that person, okay? But you're still struggling to be affectionate and intimate with them. And it's okay to admit that. Some of us feel guilty about letting somebody down, but it's better to be honest. Once you realize that the attraction just isn't enough without something more physical, it's better to be honest. That way you're not giving anybody false hope or leading them on. You're just being honest about what you want and need from a relationship, and that's the kindest way to deal with that situation. You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, really, but how's that? Is it working? I don't know what you do. What are you logging in on? He just left. Okay, so Ella, I left it up there for a reason, okay, because we want to try to get to that. Okay, what if you are attracted to a person, but you don't feel good enough for them? All right, I would like to understand why a person wouldn't feel good enough for them. Is it because you've reached out to a person who you feel is extremely attractive, all right, and you're not meeting that expectation, okay, even though you searched them out. Okay, so you must have felt good about yourself or good enough because you searched that person out. Now, in time, does that person start to mentally drain you or mentally diminish you so that you start feeling that you're not good enough for them? And I think that's more of the question you should ask yourself. Is this person making you feel that way? And I'm not saying you feel that way per se. I'm saying, is that person making you feel that way? Is that this dude here making you feel that way? So, with that, having said that, you got to keep your expectations realistic. Uh, Maybe person's not thinking about somebody else in a physical way because they're set in their ways. You might have a type, like I said, that you go for, or you might picture yourself as somebody um, who's different, emotionally and physically. It's good to have the high standards, but you might be holding yourself back from forming a genuine connection, a real thing with somebody who don't fit the bill that you're measuring them against. Consider whether or not you're being realistic in what you want from a partner and weigh up what's more important to you. Do you go for somebody who's 100% of everything that you want, that you love, but you're only 50% attracted to them, but you just want to go for them because that's who they are? That's, that they're that person that you know what I'm saying, you want it, and they're attractive. Because I don't see a reason why someone should feel that they're not good enough for anybody. I don't see it. Not working.
Yeah, it's working.
All right, cool, cool. What happened?
I was on your page and I had your page going at the same time I was trying to do the screen
Ah,
thing.
I got you. I got you. Anybody? Again, now let's officially welcome Ujima to the show.
What's up, though?
Yeah. So I know this is something that you really got a lot to talk about on this one, man. If you, and I'm not saying you per se, can you date somebody that you're not physically attracted to? I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about, could you try to build a relationship with somebody that you're not physically attracted to?
No, I can't. No, no, I wouldn't try to build a relationship with somebody I wasn't physically attracted to. I hit them a couple times, but that'll be about it.
Well, that's what, and see, that's what I was saying, upfront and honest, be upfront and honest. I think it's cool for somebody that you're not physically attracted to because, and here's my reasons, because you're breaking the mold that you normally go for. Okay, you know how we do. Okay, we're looking for Miss America, basically. All right, but what if uh, what if Miss Hooterville or Miss Bug Tussle is she's talking right. She knows how to work. She knows how to make you feel great. Okay, yeah, you may not be able to take her out before 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, but what about that?
Well, I mean, if it was, I'm telling you now, my the way I think is totally different than the way I used to think. You know what I'm saying? Just real life. And if it was a a woman out there that I ran into, and she wasn't as attractive as what I usually mess with and different things of that nature, but she made me feel like a king, I'm going with it.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying.
Because I mean, you ain't gonna get, a lot of times you out here, you looking for something in particular. You want you a star. You want this, that, and the other. But you could be say for instance, you doing music. Say for instance, you a writer, you a poet. Say you trying to run for mayor. Say it's things that you want to do, and she has no support for you. She is thinking about nothing but herself. All right. These are what these women like that usually are on. It's a dime a dozen when you can find you a 9 or 10 that's on the same level as you, if you are on a level. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to do something, I got a buddy right now who was trying to do something. You know, I ain't gonna say no names. He was trying to do something, and she kept tearing him down, kept tearing him down. And you know, he called him like, "Well, man, you know, just stack your paper up and then try to probably get away or whatever." This, that, and that. He's like, "Man, I'm not even able to stack my paper up. She's steady knocking me down." You know what I'm saying? And he left her. Guess what? The second he left her, everything started going up for him. Yep. Everything started going up for him. I mean, she had nice, probably $3,000-$4,000 crib, 2-3 new cars around the house, all type of good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But she wanted him to do what she wanted him to do. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you're saying.
And that wasn't working out for him. Now he's shooting so hard to the sky, it's crazy.
And see, that's where the women or the men, that's when they get in these little groups and they say, "Man, that's the one that got away." But that one did not have to get away, you know? Right. It didn't have to be that way. So, I mean, the question was asked, though. It was just asked, you know, can you do that? And I thought about it, and I started looking up stuff and this and that. And I said, I hope you get on, because I know you got a whole different perspective, because you know how we are. And this is no way anybody who listens to this. That's my youngest brother right there, okay? We are not arrogant. We are very confident. We know what we're doing. All right. We know how to navigate them waters. All right. He just recently got married. Okay. But I can tell you from, and somebody said you can't tell nobody nothing about nobody else because you wasn't there. Okay. No, I was there. All right. I know about Ujimar. All right. And he was a lot about him. He was out there, you know, and when I say out there, I don't mean out there in a bad way, but he had women. Gang of them. I used to be mad because I'm like, how the hell can this woman right there be there? You right here, and the other one right there. But wait, the door opens and there go the other one, and you still chilling. You just chilling.
I mean, it's about living. Hey, practice what you preach. You know what I'm saying? If you live in the king's life, you have to actually, if you acting like a king, if you portray yourself as a king, you have to have that. You have to walk that way. Period. You know what I'm saying? You don't want a lot of aggravation around you and different things, and the people that come around you know that. And if a person get out of hand, you know what I'm saying, it's just simple as that. They got to try again. You know what I'm saying? They gotta leave type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because different things happen. All type of different things happen. The woman I married right now, you know, I felt like I was gonna be happy, and I'm happy. I've been happy thus far, and I've been knowing her for over 20 years. We never got together. We just used to hook up. You know what I'm saying? She was never my girlfriend, none of that type stuff. You know what I'm saying? We hook up every once in a while if she in town or something of that nature. If she not, even we'll just talk. But, you know, I was like, well, you know, we been getting along for a long time. And you seem not to have a problem with the things that I do or with the goals that I try to accomplish. I said, we need to try to see what we can do together.
And see, that's what I was going to ask you. And Ella says, you know, you have to know your place, main, next, or the other. What made you know that she was the one?
Well, you know, I got a little saying I be saying, I need, what's that lady name? Shaka Khan. Mm-hmm. What was her song? I'm Every Woman. Mm-hmm. Ain't that it?
Yep.
Well, in my book, she's every woman. You feel me? Hey. Hey, you can't get more than every woman. You feel me? Every woman in one woman. How the hell do you accomplish that? I did it.
Hey, let me ask you this stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
Where you find them?
Where you find
them?
You don't. Hey, it's don't be the ones to get away. A lot of them be the ones to get away. You feel me? Sometimes they hold back the things that they are actually able to do and capable of doing because you ain't acting right.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Ella says, "Oh,
Ah, yeah. It's real. It's real shit this way. I've always lived a certain lifestyle. And I mean, I can't. I don't choose to really change all of it, but I choose to make it better. You know what I'm saying? In different ways.
So let me ask you this, forgive me for interviewing you, but I finally got you one on one, so I'm gonna interview you.
I feel you. I'm gonna
What
let it sweat.
what's Will you ever? And I don't know if this ever came in the back of your head when you was doing all that womanizing and this and that. Did you ever have to watch your back? Did you ever think, man, one of them gonna come up behind me and get me?
Well, that's what Mama used to say. Mama used to always say she used to pray for me every day, and that's probably what my back was getting watched by was my mama and them other guardian angels that said, "Nigga, you is gonna get fucked up out here, not by those niggas, not by the police, but by one of these bitches." And I'm like, I'm cool, but the whole thing about it was this: I told a lot of the truth. I told more of the truth than lied. You know what I'm saying? So when I say that, these guys that be out here lying and sneaking and this, that, and the other, I really wasn't doing that. I basically would be like, well, I'm about to go. Where you going? I'm about to go over such and such a house. Not that you know them or not, but I told the truth. You know what I'm saying? So when it do come out, oh yeah, that was such and such a house that I went through that day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why you didn't tell me she looked like this? That oh, you didn't ask. You know what I'm saying? I answer your questions. I will answer your questions, but I'm not gonna volunteer too much of nothing.
Exactly. You only say enough. At least, like you said, keep it truthful, keep it 100. Okay, and they can ask the questions.
I'm gonna give them 100.
But you're not required to give them that answer. You can say, well, hey, I paid the $5.
I mean, you can give them an answer. It's just you got to be smart. You can give them an answer, and you don't have to lie.
Right. That's the key thing right there. There should be no lying.
Women hate liars. Women hate liars. Women are like a man to tell them the truth about, hey, well, I think you're just very attractive. I really want to sleep with you. You know what I'm saying? This one time, if just that, they appreciate that more than you telling them, well, no, I ain't got no bitch. I'm trying to wifey you, and then after you sleep with her, and after that week is over, you know what I'm saying? You ignoring her phone calls. You swiping her to the left and this, that, and the other. You can change. You got your a secret Facebook page and all this other extra shit. You know what I'm saying? That's when they be wanting to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Because you done made them look like a fool.
Right.
You ain't got to make it. A lot of for y'all guys, y'all ain't got to make them look like no fool. They want you. If they want you, they want you just as much as we want y'all.
Absolutely.
They want you as much as they want the man just as much as the man want the woman. All right. And they willing to have that one night stand and this, that, and the other just as well as we are. You know what I'm saying? In real life. They horny as hell just like we is.
Let's flip it though, okay? And Ella said we don't like liars, but Ella, we don't like liars either. Okay? It goes both ways.
Women do the same thing. That's why I said they'd rather for you to be honest so they could be honest with you.
Yeah. They do the same thing. Because once you start doing that dishonesty, they're gonna start doing it too. What did your boy Mr. Kelly say? When a woman's fed up, ain't nothing you can do about it.
That's
ain't
right.
Nothing you can do about it.
Ain't nothing you can do about it in real life. And that's on everything. I'll tell you, first time I went to the Fed joint, you know what I'm saying? My reason for going to the Fed joint was because I was a womanizer. Because I didn't get caught red-handed doing the goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? So for me to be in jail, I felt like God was punishing me for all of the things that I did to these women. You know what I'm saying? And I got myself together after that. I was pretty cool. I was cool back then, but I just had so many. I just was doing so much. You feel me?
Yep. Had that 6'4", and you was just wilding out, man. I said, no, that's okay, dude. I don't need you to pick me up today, man. Go handle your business. I'm good.
Hey, I stopped driving. I didn't hardly drive that car too much after about a year or two. I had it, I fixed it up a little bit every couple of years and stuff like that. But that was my thing. that was one of my props that probably got me everywhere that I went in life. You know what I'm saying? Back then, it got me mounds of money. People talk about bags and stuff. No, you need. I needed a room. Fuck a bag.
Well, I already know. Now, if we really want to deviate, okay, I remember walking into the spot, the music, the record studio one day. All right, if we really want, we can deviate a little bit. And I guess I walked into the office I wasn't supposed to walk into. And I'm not gonna name, we ain't gonna name names here, but my man, you know what I'm talking about, was behind the desk. I looked to the right, there's 3 garbage bags, green ones, you know, the hefty bags. You can't see through them, okay, but they big enough to hold whatever you needed them to hold. I looked to the left, there's 2 more over there. And so, oh boy, he didn't know me at the time. So first thing, like, who the hell is you? Gun come on the desk. I'm like, whoa. I'm Uji's brother, okay? Oh, you the one that's on TV. Oh, hey, man, look, I've been wanting to meet you, man, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about, okay?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Well,
about.
I'm looking, okay, because the bags wasn't closed. Ella said hefty luggage, okay? The bags
Yes, there you go.
bags wasn't closed, and bruh, I was like, I think that was the last day I came down there too, because I said,
Yeah, everybody, y'all was scared to come to the house or any of that.
no, I came to the house a couple of more times, but
You came more than anybody else.
The studio, I said, nah, I'm cool on that, because whatever these bags, that had to be about 100 grand sitting in that office, dude.
In one bag, yeah.
I'm like,
Probably.
It's hefty luggage. We got a new connotation now. It's hefty luggage.
Hefty luggage, baby. Hefty. Not wimpy.
Hey, you're looking now, okay? And let's just deviate a little bit from the relationship aspect. Okay, we get back to it if we can. If you look at yourself now and you look at yourself back then, okay, because you've had time to really just take time and reflect. All right.
Well, you know, I wanted to say this. I am not glorifying those days, real life. I'm not. For the simple fact that I'd have been hog-tied, I'd have been home invaded, I'd have been all kind of stuff and got away by the hair of my chinny chin. You know what I'm saying? Real
Dogs.
life. I done had guns put to my head. I done been shot, stabbed. I done been through all kind of stuff in that lifestyle. So it's no way that I'm glamorizing it because of those issues. But I did live life for sure. I lived life, and I don't regret, because it's made me the man that I am now. But you know, I am not glamorizing it. And I had everything I wanted. I did whatever I wanted to do when I wanted to do it, and different things of that nature. But you know, at the same time, it wasn't fun because I was lonely. And I'm bringing it back to the conversation.
Right.
I was lonely because I had these women. I had good women in different states, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? All of them was good. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones that got away type shit.
Right.
And I don't have any of them now, but I did keep one on the hook, and she didn't get away. You know what I'm saying? Real life, she didn't get away. But I'm telling you, I can look back, I can laugh about it, I can joke with my buddies about good times. But when I look back at it, not that I would do things differently, I can't glamorize it. If y'all can understand what I'm saying. So I wouldn't do nothing differently, but I don't glamorize it.
Can you consciously think about some of the times where you said, well, man, I gotta stop?
Yeah, I know exactly when I said I gotta stop. Most definitely, because I mean, you know, at that point in time, you know, I was quote unquote, maybe we'll say gang banging a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And all my buddies was either getting killed or going to jail. So when the opposition was to come around me and different things of that nature, shit, I didn't have a lot to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't grabbing the shorties and continuing this thing, trying to be an OG to the day, because that's what some of them OGs are dead. That did that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Some of them OGs is dead that did that. So you know, I knew when to actually quote unquote get out and stuff like that. And this was before I went to the Fed joint. Little, believe it or not. I
Well,
know
no,
y'all always like you still doing it. You still doing it. But this was before I went to the Fed joint the first time because I was papered up. I was papered up, and it wasn't no. And people, you know, the old schools that I used to mess with used to be like, why you still out here? You've been doing this stuff for like 7-8 years straight with no problems. I know you stacked up. Everybody in Gary know you stacked up. So why are you still doing this? And it's because I had an addiction that I hadn't realized.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Once I realized I had an addiction, I had to make a choice.
And the choice was to change up. And I can attest to the fact that you did say, "Hey, man, I'm done." But you were rounding up, as you call it. You were rounding up paper. You know, just making sure everything was cool, making sure the people that you helped were cool. Because I remember,
Right.
I don't know if you remember that, because I rolled with you a couple of times.
Yeah.
And while you were saying, "Hey, man, I just want to make sure this is cool. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get that." Okay. But let me ask you this. I know this as well. I guess I know too much. There are some prominent businessmen that you actually got started. We ain't gonna name names.
That's what I said in my song. I ain't gotta name no names, but I made people rich. and they still there.
Mm-hmm.
And love me to death.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We won't name them. We never gonna put anybody out there like on this show, y'all. Okay, but you know, we try to keep it honest. We try to keep it 100. Okay, you put a few people out there. There's some people, and I remember, and I felt so bad when this happened. When you went in, there was one guy that you had under your wing, and this guy was probably the best at the profession that you taught him.
Mm.
But he needed you. How did that make you feel when that happened? When that situation happened?
Well, I mean, you know, I always told people, man, it's a sequence of events that follow you. You know what I'm saying? One thing leads to another. You know what I'm saying? And what you got to do is understand those sequence of events. You know what I'm saying? And when the going get rough, the rough get going. You know what I'm saying? You can either change positions, or you can sit back, or you can continue and die.
And die.
And when I say die, I don't mean you don't always have to be not breathing to die. It's people that are dead, quote unquote, in jail because they got 100 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you not study calling them and checking on them, they remember you on your birthday. You know what I'm saying? They remember you when a certain occasion going by and the person might look like them or something of that nature. They remember you just like a person that's deceased.
Yeah, everybody, welcome Gina to the show.
Hey, Gina.
What's up, Gina? She doing that mime thing right now. You know, use on mute.
Hey, everybody. It's been a rough day. Rough. Oh, my gosh.
It's all good. It's all good.
Woo.
We're talking different. You know, we're talking about, and if you want to interject on that, that's cool too. But we're talking about if you are not physically attracted to somebody, would you still like them? You know, go on a date with them if you're not physically attracted to them. And we're also talking about life. You know, life in general. And we're going through Uji's life. He's blessing us with being transparent right about now. We ain't naming names, but he's being transparent. So you got anything to say about that first?
Yeah, as far as, you know, I think that the attraction comes from the person's personality. You can physically, you may not be attracted to them, but if you get to know a person and you connect with them, their appearance is not unattractive or attractive. It's you see past all that, you know. So it's basically if you want to take the time to get to know an individual, it may become a romantic relationship.
But
and appearance has nothing to do with it.
But feel this: there's some people that go straight for that. Okay, you know, I won't that Denzel, and y'all kids, I want that Denzel, I want that Idris Elba, okay? And they get them, but looks fade. They
Well,
diminish.
the
Yeah.
eyes, you got to understand the eyes are the first thing that the brain responds to. You feel me? Just like if you go to the store, just like if you go to the restaurant, a lot of times we always order more than what we need. You understand what I'm saying? We always get more than what we need. We always get what might look good. We might get what we think tastes good, but after we taste it, sometimes it's bitter. You know what I'm saying? Or it doesn't taste as good as it's supposed to. Or it don't, and then after you get to staring at it, I could been and picked up, I could be with probably about 10 of my guys, and they'd be like, man, that's the baddest chick in here. And I take her to the crib and I look at her for a little bit, I'd be like, man, I know some bitches badder than her.
Or the personality
This ain't
comes
that.
out.
This
That
ain't that. But see,
personality comes out, and now she appears ugly to you.
well, I mean, shit, the face could appear ugly to me. You know what I'm saying? It don't just got to be the personality. She could be looking good in a certain light. I might have had too many drinks or anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just talking about what the eyes do first. Now, what the brain does later. That's later. What the brain does after conversation sets in, and that person might be just a beautiful person inside. You know what I'm saying? That's not first. The eyes is always first. Always first.
Hella said, bingo. But do you think that attraction can grow? I think that if you're open-minded, if you go into something with a negative mindset, like we talked about yesterday, or already assuming the worst, you're not really giving things a fair chance. You got to give them a chance to show themselves, show their best selves, and be open to getting to know them. The more you could chill out and enjoy spending time with them, the more you get to know them on a deeper level, and the more likely you are to be attracted to them, even if you don't initially find them attractive. You got to be open. The more relaxed you are, the more relaxed they'll be. The more open you are, they'll let their guards down, and they'll show you just how great they are, in my opinion.
Well, I can give you a true story where I had a good friend that only dated guys that were personal trainers, bulked, very, very attractive. They never treated her right. And then she met another guy that was totally different as far as looks compared to what she had been dating. And she did not want to give him a chance. I talked to her, another friend talked to her, and we were like, you know what? You got to get past that appearance thing. If somebody's going to treat you right, you got to get past the appearance. And she did. And they ended up getting married. But he was not the kind of individual that she would have normally dated. And she was ready to throw him to the side like a used handkerchief.
A snot rag. Hey, Redonda Hart says, truly, she's dated someone who was good and gold in every aspect, but really he wasn't eye candy. But he had a heart of gold, and she fell for him.
Yeah.
All good.
So you got to get past that appearance thing. It's not always about appearance. And as we get older, that appearance thing is, when we're young, oh, he's so cute. And I want somebody that look, like Denzel Washington and all of that. But as you get older and mature, that is not on the top of the list anymore. We get to a stage in our life where we want somebody with security. We want somebody that's going to treat us like a woman, like a queen. And it's not all about, oh, he's the greatest looking person in the room.
Well, you know what? I say that's easy. That's been easy for women to do, because I done seen a bunch of bad bitches with some ugly niggas. For real. So yeah, it's been easy for y'all to do for years, but that probably come along. Huh?
Ujamar, what does most people say when they see that? Oh, he must have money.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say that.
It
had to be something he was doing. It had to be something. He was eating the groceries or something. I don't know.
Right.
Hey, but check this out, though. Uji, you could probably attest to this. So back in high school, cheerleaders, the some of the girls in the band, the French club, people like that. You saw all of these girls that were fine as hell in high school. Look at them now.
Well, You know, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you, back in high school, I was in all the little clubs and stuff that
That's the only reason I was in them clubs.
I was in a little club. I was in a modeling troupe. You know what I'm saying? Then we messed around and formed our own club back in 1989 called Just Us, which was
That's
all
I remember that.
the preppies, and we were the best dressed people in that school at Westside during that year. You know what I'm saying? And we had our own club. You know what I'm saying? And I was one of the people to help start that club. It was men and girls and boys in that club. I was in high Y, you know, and then I went on to college, and I was supposed to the frat, you know, Capos, they wanted me. You know what I'm saying? But I was too popular. I felt like they needed to join my club. You feel me? But you know, I was real. I had a big ego.
Hey, Gina, we grays were arrogant. I ain't gonna lie, we were arrogant. Hey, Turk Griffin says, "What we look like as we grow physical appearance will change. I've never seen an ugly person without someone or a fat person." That's so true. Because look, I'll be in Chicago, I was in New York, I was in California, and this dude looked like feet. He got Beyonce on his arms. I'm like,
yeah, that's Jay-Z.
right, exactly. I'm like,
but it's because of how he treats her.
I want to know how he got in the first place. Okay, I mean,
you know what? A lot of women have been through so many negative and bad relationships with these good-looking guys, and you have these expectations, and you just get tired of it. You know, you get to a point where you're just tired, and you just in the first place? The way he treated her.
How?
The way he treated her.
What did he do?
Hey, it was the way he treated her.
He did something. I'm with her on that. He did something, and you know, it'd be nice. He put a book out on just how he met Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Because inquiring minds want to know. You know what I'm saying? Real life. It had to be more than the money, because she had about as much money as he did.
Right. I mean, even as you see them in public, he treats her with the utmost respect. He treats her with, now we don't know what's happening behind closed. We don't know what's happening behind closed doors, but when they're out in public, he treats her with respect, and his attention is to her. You know, you get me. I've been on a date before with a guy, and he was staring at other women. I got in my car and I went home. You go ahead and keep staring. You know, I don't need to be here with you. But when somebody look at you and treat you like you're the only person in the room, and there's hundreds of other people, that's notches in your belt right there.
I'm still asking the question, how? I just want to know, like you said, Mark. Hey, Uji,
I'm telling y'all how much more do y'all need? How much more do y'all need?
I used to when I was a free man out there.
He's stuttering.
I used to be real nice. I was a real nice person to the women. You know, I complimented. I let the fine females see me compliment the ugly ones. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you do, boy. Come on. Tell it. Go ahead.
I used to look past a lot of things, and you know, women are, you know, they have a whole different thing they be looking for at the crib outside of what they with their friends. Like, at the crib, you know, when they by themselves, they be thinking. You know what I'm saying? And when you show them some of them things on the low, they checking you out. They checking you out, most definitely.
I think the Gray family wrote the book, How to Be a Player, before the movie came out. All right. What he just said was the Rouse. Okay. You let the fine girls see you treating the not so fine girls good, and they come running. They come running like rats to cheese, boy. I'm telling you.
But you know what? It has to go further than outside appearance too. You know, when you get behind those closed doors, how are you treating her at that point as well? That is very, very important. You know, a lot of times men want to have that physical appearance where people see them as, oh, he's a great man. But then when they get home with that woman, he's not treating her so well. And all people see is what's on the outside. And you have a lot of those out there too.
You got to consider how they make you feel. I mean, you may not be feeling those fireworks, okay, but you might be feeling supported. You might be feeling confident. You might be feeling sexy. You might be feeling, all the good things, and you might not be super excited into somebody that looks, better looks, but physical attraction can grow based on the emotional responses that we have when we with somebody. Period. You know what I'm saying? You can become physically attracted to somebody based on how they treat you, or how they make you feel, or how much time you have with them. When you're with them, when you're thinking about them. I mean, come on now. If you can, outside of the fact that you're with them, that person, when you leave that person and you still feeling good throughout the day, you still feeling good about that person in that head. Okay, that's that one. Okay, how do you get to that though? Conversation, talk, act. All of that. Redonna said,
but you know what? The first, and everybody's different. This is just me and what gets me. An intelligent conversation with a man is the number one thing for me. If I talk to you, I don't care how attractive you look, what comes out of your mouth is going to turn me on or turn me off. You talk to a good looking man that don't even have a conversation or talks like, he on the street corner. I'm going the other direction. That's how he got her. Because of that conversation. He talked intelligently. He didn't talk about, you got a real fat booty and all this crazy mess. He had an intelligent conversation with her, and that caught her attention. She wanted to talk to him again. So that conversation has to be on point if you want to move in, to somebody like your Beyonce's.
So let me ask you this, and both of y'all can answer this. So a lot of people bring baggage, okay? Even if you're not physically attracted, say that you get into that relationship, but you got this baggage from previous relationships. This man did this to you, or this woman did this to you. It's not okay. How do you stop that from ruining what could be the best relationship of your life?
That comes from the individual. We all have baggage. If you at a certain age, you had baggage. You had bad relationships. You had good relationships. You had deaths. You're gonna come with that baggage. It's up to that individual to not bring that in. It's up to them to minimize. Of course, if you've been hurt or you've been through bad relationships, you're gonna have your guard up. But you have to go in thinking, okay, I'm gonna look at this individual as an individual and not look at him as what this person did to me, or you remind me of my ex. I have had men say that to me. What's your name, Gina? Oh, my ex-wife name was Gina. Okay, I'm gone. Okay, so I'm not her. Okay, so now I already see your baggage. So it's up to that individual to minimize that, and it's up to the other person to accept. If you accept it, you accepted it, so you can't complain about it.
I turn my baggage into my baggage turned into Louis Vuitton just luggage. You know what I'm saying? I as far as a bag, you create your bags. You create your own bags. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be a bag. It don't have to be baggage. Like I said, baggage is like, I guess, miserable following you. Okay. If you don't, like I say, if you lead your life to the point of where you don't let miserable follow you, the miserable is not going to follow you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I can't say ignoring a person, but it's like just turning it around. Don't ignore the person. You gotta let them know. You can't be like, well, look, man, goddamn, why you keep on calling me and following me? You fucking up my relationships and this, that, and the other, man, goddamn. Instead of doing that, you gotta be like, well, look, it just ain't gonna work. It just didn't work. You know what I'm saying? I think you're a very lovely person. La la la, this, that, and the other. You gotta give him something to grow with. because you growing, you study growing. You got to get them something to grow on. You know what I'm saying? Look, you can't just break it up. A lot of things people just break off, and yeah, it's a bag left because they ain't got no closure. You know what I'm saying? You got to give closure to some of these things, and it can't be really all the time on a bad tip, even though it was bad. You feel me? Even though it was a bad tip, you got to be like, well, look, you dogged me out. You know, it's cool. I ain't mad or nothing, and you ain't got to keep on sticking around just because you probably feel bad because you dogged me out. I'm letting you know that, you know, it's cool. I learned from this. I'm grown. I'm growing from this. I done moved on, and I hope that we could probably, you know, still be friends down the line some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I done moved on. I'm good. If your friendship entails you being a bugaboo or something like that, I'm gonna have to let you know to your face. You fucking up. You fucking up. I mean, anything that you think you might get, you are fucking it up for the simple fact that it's bothering me. It's turning me all the way off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But one thing you said, Ujamar, that's so important. You said you turned your baggage into luggage.
That's right. That's right.
People don't heal enough. They don't take time enough. A lot of people don't take time enough to minimize that luggage or that baggage. They carry it on and they jump into that next relationship, and then it gets so full that it can't even close.
Right.
Because you won't give yourself enough time to heal and move into a fresh start. You're looking for somebody to put that Band-Aid on so that you can go along with them and try to move into a new relationship when you really need stitches. You don't need a Band-Aid.
And see, just to make it a little bit more clear, see, when you talk about baggage, you know, that's what they call you got baggage. When you got baggage, ain't nothing folded, ain't nothing neat. It's just in that bag.
It's just thrown in there.
You just dragging it along. My luggage, everything is neat. I can put it on right then and there. You feel me?
Listen to y'all.
I can do what I want to when I want to as soon as I open it up. You know what I'm saying? That bag, you got to filter through that joint.
All that mess. You going through all that mess to try to find something decent.
Y'all must travel. Y'all must travel a lot. Hey, look, I'll ask the question. What if you're attracted to a person, but you don't feel good enough for them?
What if you're attracted to a person but don't feel good enough for them? Oh, feel like you're not good enough. Oh, you need to lay down. You need to go find yourself. You need to love yourself some more.
It's not time for a relationship. It's not time. It's not time for a relationship. Because they're gonna use you.
That's right.
And when step all over you.
Little boy at Beveridge Elementary School, and they used to call me Dark Mark in the park. You so black, you look like the chalkboard, and this, that, and the other. You know, for like a hot second, that kind of brought me down. But then I had to think about it. I'm like, damn, all these people, all they can say is I'm black. They ain't saying I'm ugly. They ain't saying nothing else. All they saying is I'm black. But now I could jive on this cat. Got the big lips, big nose, eyes crooked. The clock go 12, and one eye go to that eye. I got a bunch of things I could jive on, but all you doing is jiving on. You got to love yourself. That's the answer to that question. You got to learn how to love yourself.
You cannot move into a relationship until you do.
And if you love yourself, everything is possible. Everything. If I wasn't married, if I was in Hollywood and I saw Angela Bassett, I'd go holler at her.
Absolutely. And
right off the top. Right off the top. With no problem. And I feel like I'm gonna get her.
And you know how many I don't care. You know, I come up to him. If you're gonna sit next to me and interview me, we got to go to the next level. I'm sorry, okay?
Right. Real life. I mean, if you don't love yourself, you're not gonna do the things that your brain tell you probably should do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't feel like you are good enough or you can't accomplish it. That's just like when people going into these businesses. That's just like a whole bunch of stuff. They go into a half-heartedly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be able to actually do it, even though I got a good idea. No, even if you think you got a good idea, do it until you flat on your face bleeding.
Hey, that's my philosophy. Absolutely. My philosophy is nothing beats a failure but a try.
And that's any businessman. And that, you know, we go into another subject, okay? Because if you just said it, if you feel that you can do it, Do it.
Yep.
Right?
You have to prove to me that I can't do it. I have to prove to myself that I can't.
You can't prove. You can't prove it to me. I got to prove it to myself.
Mm-hmm.
I got to, like I say, back like when I was in, well, like when I was in jail. You know, it'd be like, okay, well, we about to do 500 push-ups today after we work out. All right, and I'd be like, 500, man, I can't do that. It's like, well, you know, you're gonna do them until you fall on your face and it hurt. I need to see some blood. Other than that, you still able to do it. You feel me? If you can understand that.
And see, when I tell people my story, dude, about being home, you know, I could have knocked on mom and dad's door and said, hey, look, I ain't got no place to stay, this, that, but the other, okay. But you know, I slept outside. Forget that, okay. I could have went to my brother's house and said, hey, dude. But I said, no. If I'm gonna make it, I gotta do this on my own, number one, okay.
I'm sorry, I be knocking on them doors. Hey, I need y'all to let me in.
Nah. I'm not a door knocker. See, I guess that's just us. I'm not a door knocker either. I didn't stay in my truck maybe if I had to for a couple days, you know what I'm saying, until I found me another place. Even though I got a pocket full of money,
exactly.
You know, I might call my buddy. Hey, I'd be like, yo, hey, if you look out your back window, that's me in your backyard in my truck. You know what I'm saying? And they'd be like, man, you come in the house. I'd be like, no, man, I don't need to come in the house. I'm cool. I'm good. I just want to make sure that ain't nobody gonna come running up to my vehicle or this, that, and the other. You know, Greg just slept under bridges. I just slept under bridges. I just slept on park benches, and that's not because I was broke. That was because I'm a survivor. You know what I'm saying? I'm a soldier out in these streets. My parents raised soldiers.
You gotta go through something to get something. All right.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And we all on this panel right now, we've all been through something. You know, I've been through my own, you know, and it really formulates who you are today. It formulates the strength that you have. There, with the challenges that I faced in my younger years, I would not be as strong as I am today.
Exactly.
You know, if people were handing me things and giving me things, I wouldn't know how to fight. I wouldn't know how to get up when I got knocked down.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you,
because we know how.
I am probably Uji's biggest fan. Okay, me and him have gone through hell and high water. I know when he said hog tied, I know about that. Okay, when he said guns, look, I didn't see 2 of his dogs get shot up. Okay,
as what it was supposed to be me.
Yeah, so he running in front of the dog, and the dog's coming up, and they get capped. Okay, you know, I've seen these things happen. Okay, and my thing is this: to see my brother now, and to see him back then, I was proud of him back then for doing the thing. Because look, my first award that I got off of this music thing that I got, who gave it to me? He did. Okay, he rented out the whole Genesis Center. All right, for me, had a stage erected for me. Okay, and did those things. Okay, but he did what he did. Okay, but at the end of the day, it is a great man that can look back on his past, and I'm gonna leave it like that. That can look back on his past and still be here and talk to us right now. Okay, hey, bro, I love you to death. You already know this. Okay, I don't care what we said to each other. I don't care because we done said a lot of stuff too.
We go off on all of us. So it don't make a difference.
But, hey, man, I love you to death. I'm probably your biggest fan, and you already know you and me, we back like we was. Okay, if anybody come at him, they gotta come through me. Okay, and if anybody come at me.
He gonna tell him he Uji my brother.
I mean, how many times have I called my brother? I know he ain't gonna come and do anything. He's taught me, okay, you don't leave no fingerprints, okay. But here's the thing: there's been people that said, "Hey, look, Greg, man, look, you got to call your brother, man," because I'm like, whoa, dude, I'm not calling my brother for you. No. Okay, yeah, man, but this dude been doing this, man, and I just need some. What do you need? What do you think my brother gonna do for you? Nothing, bruh. Okay, I ain't make that call. You know. So my thing is this: I'm just saying, you know, and we deviate a little bit. Okay. Bye. I just got to give your props because I have never had the opportunity to do so. Okay, bruh.
Well, I mean, you know, I love you too, bro. You know, we inspired each other, man, growing up. I'm the baby. I'm like 10 years younger than you. You know what I'm saying? I don't look like because I got this gray hair and stuff, but I'm 10 years younger than Greg. His birthday, one of the only ones I really remember because 10 years I'm 10 years younger than him, and then wait a minute, I'm gonna tell it for real. All right, when I was in the 9th grade, I got his social security card because it was easy to get your name on and information on somebody else's information. I had a social security card,
Yep.
I had a driver's license, and
Yep.
I had a Motorola badge.
You
I was
did.
going anywhere I wanted to at 15 years old.
And he had
Doing anything I wanted. I was at the Golden Coin. Y'all remember the
and he
Golden Coin?
and he had a phone.
And I
He
had a couple phones. I had the brick phone in school. in the 10th grade, I had the brick phone, and I had the bag phone in my car. Most definitely on everything. I'm just saying.
The phone was off, man, but it still lit up. I'm driving down the block, man. See this fine girl. Light that sucker up. Ain't nobody.
Oh, the bag phones was working. It was the ones that we had mounted that y'all gave me that I could mount that I mounted in my car.
Mm-hmm.
I had the lights came on when I turned the car on. And it was like just like ooh, like Charlie's Angels back in the day.
Hey, shout out to my brother Melvin, man, because Melvin taught us both a lot of stuff about styling and clothing. You know what I'm saying? He was this boy been styling since he was Larry Blackman. So you know.
You see this right here. You know what that is? Anybody know what this is?
An ink pen.
What kind?
The light pen.
No, this is a
Mont Blanc. Is that a Mont Blanc?
This is a Mont Blanc. All right. Who would know something about a Mont Blanc if they ain't know Melvin?
Right.
This is a very, very, very expensive pen. People would go and buy a TV, a 75-inch or something like that instead of this.
Yep.
But it writes beautiful.
Yeah. But on the other side of that, okay, I got this pen. Hold on, I got to see this bit.
What you got? You got the pen. You got the pen where you turn it upside down and the clothes come off or something?
Hold on, dude.
That was back in the 70s.
Yeah, I had some in school. I used to get in trouble in school for that.
That was way back in the.
That's a gel pen. That's what you call that gel tip.
I call it 79 cents.
Yeah,
I have a friend that collect pens. She has all of those pens. Very, very expensive.
No. See, I get refills. I get refills for my Mont Blanc. You know what I'm saying? It's a very good pen. It writes beautifully.
Yeah, these leak. And you know what? I had one. I did have one, okay, but somebody took it.
Yeah.
And I said,
I'm not. You don't let people use those.
And I spent $300 on that one.
You don't let people use those.
That's what this one cost. A little bit over $3, a little bit less than $4.
Yeah, she collects hers. She don't even use them.
Sarah Griffin said they write so well.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, see, there you go. You talk about the pen you got. Yeah, they do. They do. They actually do though. For real.
That's why they make these other pens like they make them. Okay, you get mad, you shake them, then you throw them away and get another one. Okay, you can't do that with the Mont Blanc because the Mont Blanc is fluid, it's real smooth. All right, and Melvin can tell you how it works completely. Okay,
most definitely. Well, I had a couple. This is the only one that I had left when I got out of jail this time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad I had this one left. This is one of the better ones. They didn't know what they was doing when they went through my shit.
Hey man, where's wife?
She right here laying there.
Wifey, I'm gonna name your name. We've already said her name on here before. But
yeah, Patty. Yeah, that's not no secret.
Patty Gray.
No secret. Patty Gray. Out of East Chicago.
What's up, Patty?
Patty from East Chicago.
Patty from East Chicago.
Patty, you real sister now. Real sister. And
we waiting on that wedding gift from you.
I got y'all. Okay.
We waiting on that. Most definitely waiting on that.
I couldn't get the stimulus check, okay, because
I ain't talking about no stimulus. You know, you see stimulus ain't even in my conversation today. Today is happy stimulus day to everybody, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't even thought about no damn stimulus.
I can't get it.
I can't either, Greg.
I know. I can't get it. They don't allow me to get it. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, I'm not allowed either. I'm in that same category.
And
Well, you know,
But
I'm from
that's
the ghetto.
okay. That's
I'm
okay.
from the ghetto. We find ways to do whatever we need to do. You want some food stamps? I got somebody to hook you up. You need some cable. I got somebody clearing that pole. Hey, we find ways to do a little bit of everything, baby. You say you got a great woman, EC. Yeah, EC. You better believe it.
so that's where they make them at.
Huh?
That's
What
what.
it did. That's some of the places they make them, boy. You yeah, I used to be all through there too.
That's where they make them at. I need one of those.
Look, she over here saying slut. Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely.
I'm with Terry. You could create your own stimulus check, and it's okay that we can't get it. That only means that we're in that category where we just don't qualify, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
It's a great.
Hey, there you go. There you go. There you go. I ain't got nothing to talk about.
But I feel so great. You know what I'm about to hook up with, Uji?
What?
One of them women with 4 kids.
they got like a grant. They didn't get no stimulus. They got one of them business grants. That's what they got.
Oh, your kid ain't going to college anyway. Let's go spend that $10,000.
Oh man,
ain't
real life.
Some ain't right in his eyes anyway. He ain't gonna never make it. All right.
I
just hope they do right by it. And honestly,
man, those checks are over with in 2 weeks at the most.
Uji, you know what it is, okay? They give you this money so you can spend the money and
exactly.
it brings the economy back.
That's what it. That's the reason.
You go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter tomorrow, and they got it all on their arms, across their chests.
Yeah.
And then you wait a month from now, and they just drive and talk about I don't own the rights to this music.
I mean, people can really change. I'm telling you, man, that little $1,400 can change some people's lives, right?
It can, and I just want, I tell people all the time, and I do the same thing when I get a lump sum of money, I have to sit and wait before I spend any of it, so that I can strategize and make sure it goes in the right place,
and know that you're getting another one,
and be able to bring something back with it, But most people that get it is burning their hand. They out in the mall, they at Walmart
or the casino. They trying to come up at the casino,
or they get caught up in, hey, come get your, you can use your stimulus to get for a down payment on a new car,
right?
But you got to stop and think about how you're gonna get a return from it. Stop giving it away. Stop giving it away and getting nothing back out of it.
A lot of them ain't even got no credit, so they condo is $500. All right, that's only 3 months on your stimulus check. If that, you had to drop something down on that too. You know what I'm saying? So you dead in the water. You got the motherfucker in the garage. It's in the garage. It's in the garage.
The moment it break down, can't get it repaired.
They try to dodge the repo man.
It's in the garage, and they got
what garage?
It's not. It ain't in his garage. It's in his friend's garage, 3 miles away. Okay, so he catch the bus.
They put trackers on those now, though. That don't work. They put trackers on those.
You can take those. Hey, like I said, I'm from the hood. Trackers ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. You got someone to track on it. I don't care if you pay your shit. We can take that off. I got somebody to take that joint right off.
Yeah,
you know the ones that'll stop your car in the middle of the highway because you ain't paid your bill. I got somebody to come and take that and start your car right back up.
Wow.
You know what? That happened to me one time a long time ago, and I said never again because I took it off. I knew how to fix it.
I'm telling you. It's right on the starter. You just even if you don't know what you're doing, you just buy your new starter and put it in. Whatever was extra on the starter, don't put that on there.
Wait a minute, and then the people call you and be like, "Well, when are you going to pay your bill?" Well, I can't drive the car because y'all cut it off. Okay, so
right. I can't get there.
I'll be next week. Give me the code next week.
Right. You
got
1 or 2
I'm all the way in
Indianapolis.
I'm
you
gone.
Got an emergency code. You get to use one time.
One time.
Wow.
I remember all of that, man. God, oh, that brings back some funny memories.
Well, I sure have been around people that didn't have to do it. I'd be like, man, that's fucked up.
While you driving, right?
That's crazy. Yeah, I've never seen that before. So yeah,
Hey, look, hey, Gina, I'm gonna tell you, it happened to me one time right before I went to college. I was working at a company. I think it was called Paytel. It was a phone company, telemarketer company. I bought this Mustang. I don't think you knew about that, Uji. I bought this Mustang. All right, it was an older Mustang, but I was gonna fix it up. So I used to always park it around someplace else, okay, and I go get it, drive to work. One day, I got in late, tricking around with this girl. Got in late, went to sleep, got up, got in my car, and I was in Illinois. Drove to Illinois, got in the car. You know what I mean? Got out the car, went up to my job, come out, car gone, car just gone. I'm like, then you got to explain that to your people. Man, my car got stolen, man. You gonna call the police? No.
You know, while we talk about it, I think I might have a car for sale for people that might be wanting to spend their stimulus check. $3,000. It's a Acura 08. It's real nice. It's worth it.
All right, y'all. Now we the home shopping network.
I'll post a picture. I'll post a picture on my page in a couple days.
There it is. But man, look.
Hey, somebody gonna snatch that up for real.
I'm telling you, it's an Acura. It drives like brand new. It got probably about 100,000 miles on it, but it's an Acura. You know what I'm saying? And it's 08, and it's clean.
Hey, Dave Chappelle had it right, man, a long time ago when he's talking about the reparations. This ain't nothing but reparations, all right, for the black people. And remember,
white people getting it too, though.
Huh?
White people getting it too, though. So they can't call it that.
Here's the crazy part about it. Okay, they stand up here, you know. Trump this, he's the man, blah, 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 blah. Okay. We don't want this, we don't want that, but you're gonna take it, ain't you? You gonna
yeah. We took his.
Yeah.
We took his.
With his
I
name.
work for the gang of white people, and that's all they could talk about was stimulus checks. That's all they could talk about, period.
Mm-hmm.
Did your stimulus come yet?
But you know what? I don't even consider it reparations because that's money that we paid into, that, you know, we all paid into. We pay taxes. That's what that is. They're really not giving you anything.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what it is for real. That's seized dope dealer money. They just passing it out. They just passing it out because it be in the evidence room only for so long, and then they gotta have it accounted for. So they like, man, let's just go ahead and use this for stimulus money. Because I'm telling you, people be getting millions of dollars taken and seized. For real, for real. It was a cat. Look, it was a cat. I was reading the news. You know, I'm always reading the news. I got little alerts and stuff come up on my phone. And this cat had a living room full of catalytic converters. All right. He had I'm talking about stacked up about 4 feet. Catalytic converters, all right. And they found $180,000 to cash. A living room full of catalytic converters and $180,000 cash was found at this house.
Hey, Gina, them
I'm not lying.
Converters are money.
Oh, I know. You know, when I worked out in Downers Grove, they were coming out. We had like a 3-story parking garage, and they were coming out, and people would come out from work, and their catalytic converter would be gone. They were driving up, parking up in a van, sliding up under there, and getting those converters from up under. I mean, just about every day, somebody. Catalytic converter was taken off the car while we were in there working.
Yeah, the article said we think that he's one of the leaders of a big giant catalytic converter cartel. They said cartel. All right. Hey. I mean, and this guy had to have about 300 catalytic converters in his living room. All right. And they said he had
$1 million.
And they said he had they said that they had metal cutting tools too. I read the whole article. They said he got metal cutting tools, a living room for the catalytic converters, and $180,000 just cash. And there wasn't nobody there. They seized the house because of some strange actions and stuff was going on.
That they've been doing that for at least 3 years. 3 years or
Longer
more.
than that. Longer than that. I was in jail. This been going on for like about 10 years. About 10 years. Yeah. Like I said, they said it's a cartel. It's a catalytic converter cartel. They serious about it. They out there killing people over the catalytic converters.
Yes, I didn't understand it, but somebody says they use zinc or gold or something in them. I don't know. I don't understand. But I know that there are certain makes and models that they target.
Yeah, it probably is, but I mean, you know, I'm just saying, $180,000 and some catalytic converters. You know what I'm saying? And and that's catalytic converter. You got to get up under somebody's car and actually cut that off.
Yep.
That's
and they
work.
were doing it. They were doing it like and we're getting away with it. I'm telling you, it was very prevalent when we worked at every day.
Well, these guys
put them in a police
carjacking like they doing now.
Yeah, you put them in a police lineup. Everybody hold your hands out. Let me see your hand. Let me see your fingernails. And the person with the dirtiest fingernails, he the culprit.
Cut off the lights, bring that little blue light out, man.
Who got scrapes and scars all on their knuckles and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you still in catalytic converter.
You know what? They coming up with all kind of stuff. My mom got a letter yesterday from where was it from? Barbados. Barcelona. The letter stated that there was an individual in Barbados that had her same last name that died and left $2 million, and they were tracking down the next of kin, and they found her, and the letter was just crazy. I was like, man, this is a new way to scam people. And they had this phone number on there. It was a international number. Mm-hmm. And on there, they had this phone number for her to call, and they wanted her to keep absolutely quiet. Do not tell anyone about this money. Do not tell anyone about this letter. We need you to be confidential, and we're going to give you a payout. We get 10%. No, they get 40%. She get 50%, and then there's some other fees. 10% goes to some fees and stuff. And I'm like, wow, this is really new. Absolutely, it's crazy.
Just on another quick note, earlier, I guess yesterday, Eddie Murphy tweeted. He tweeted on Twitter and stuff, right? And he was like, "I just love my kids." He's like, "I'm glad I ain't got none of these old crazy want to fuck their daddy or mama up star kids and stuff." He's like, "I got 10 kids and they all love me to death." He's like, "I raised them properly." He's like, they don't hate, none of them hate me.
Hey, but here's the funny part about this. Not even funny. Kirk Franklin's wife, or not wife, ex-wife, the kid's mother, she got on and she was like, we love our son. We co-parented all of this time. And she said, my son should have did what he did. Okay, she was on Kirk's side. Now she not getting Kirk's money no more. They got that. I was so happy she did that instead of trying to ride him down.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think he was wrong. I could think back when my son was in his early 20s. He had graduated from school and he moved to Atlanta. His father lived in Atlanta. And, we were together for 17 years, and then we divorced. And my son really carried a chip on his shoulder for a long time because his father and I divorced. And when he got down there, he jumped on his father. And I totally went off on my son because no matter what he feels about him, no matter what he thinks about him, that's still his father. He still needs to have respect for him. I never would have thought of jumping on my mother or hitting my father. You know what I'm saying? We weren't raised in that way. As a matter of fact, we were too scared to. And so I snapped totally off on him because to me, he was well out of line, and I didn't care that he was grown. There's just a certain level that you have to deal with your parents. There are things that we didn't like about growing up, and some things that our parents have done that we thought weren't right, or had some feelings about it, but we never thought about hitting our parents. We never thought about hurting them in that kind of a way, because at the end of the day, they did the best that they could.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no handbook on how to raise kids. We do the best that we can, and if you have a problem, you work it out. You talk about it. You know, you at some point in my son's life, when he got in his 30s and he still was holding those feelings against his dad, I said, "You're grown now. It's time for you to let it go and teach your kids how to love. Be a different dad if you thought he was not a good one."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now is your time to set an example. So I just felt like Kirk Franklin's son should have just handled that in a private way. It should not have been a public way. And if he had any kind of feelings, go talk to your mom, go talk to somebody in the family, you know, talk to your therapist, whatever. It shouldn't have been made a public scandal. That's never going to go away.
Well, I mean, hey, it happens to the best of the stars. You know what I'm saying? That's something. I mean, a lot of them sign their name on the dotted line. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, and you know what that dotted line is? They just sold they sold to the devil anyway. I don't care if you gospel singer, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You did something in your lifetime that's gonna beat you up back in your face. You know what I'm saying? And we can't pick what's gonna happen to us. You know what I'm saying? We can't pick what's gonna happen. I'll tell you like this. I felt like back in the day, so many things went good from what's going so great for me. I felt like I signed my soul over. You know what I'm saying? And when I tried to do the right thing, that's when I started going to jail and different things of this nature. You feel me? Real life on everything. I had so much and everything that, like I say, I feel like I did sign. I signed it, happily signed it. But then when I felt like, I was to a certain point, I started letting go, trying to do everything right and everything. And that's when all hell rained down on me. You know what I'm saying? And this is just, for some people, hell rains down on you, just like R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? We've been knowing he been messing with little girls and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But hey, he done made all this money. He the number one pop star of R&B in the world, and all of a sudden he probably wanted to stop messing with the young little girls, and now it got to come out.
Too late, man. You never should put that shot glass on a girl's forehead, number one. But Chris Payne says, no matter what your parents do, you respect their place within reason. And if it's without reason, you walk away.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mhm.
That's true. That's true. But certain things, like they always say, what's done in the dark come to the light. We don't know what Kirk did in the dark, but it's something coming to the light. That's all I can say. And I hate that his son had to be the one to bring it to the light. But it ain't like I say, it's not sequence of events. Like I said earlier, it's always sequence of events that follow you. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't pay for them, if you don't pay, I named my daughter Karma. My last daughter I got, her name is Karma. All right, and I named her Karma because I knew I had a lot to pay back. You feel me? I knew I had a lot of things to do to pay back the things I done did during my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not in denial. I know I did a whole bunch of bullshit, all type of stuff, and I'm just glad that it didn't hit me back to the point of where it just killed me. That I was just dead. I'm glad I was able to pay for a lot of things in different ways. As far as women goes, and live to talk about it. I'd have been dogged out. I'd have been married. I'd have been dogged out. I'd have had a kid. I'd had a baby that's been had on me while I was married. All type of stuff. And we still best of friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I understand that I did way worse than things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Man, again, what's done in the dark will come to the light. Chris Payne says he loves that.
Right. Real life, though.
That's my brother over there in England, man. Shout out to you, Chris Payne. I always
peep
Good
to
to
you.
see you.
Did I say it right there? Peep, cup of tea.
Chris could have got on here and showed him how to say it, man.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show me how. I need to learn a couple things. Some cool stuff though.
Chris, when this pandemic opens up, when everything is cool, and I'm coming to check you out, man. Coming to see you. And
yeah, I'm coming too.
Most definitely. We going to we want to see everybody, man. We definitely want to. Hey, this is what he says. This is how you got to say it, Uji. Hello there,
Hello
chaps.
there, chaps.
Hello there.
Hello there, chaps. You gotta stick your chest out too. Hello there, chaps. You turn your head a little bit. Hello.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
all so yeah, y'all. Today we was talking about some of everything, but the main subject was can you be attracted to somebody that you? I mean, can you love somebody that you're not physically attracted to? And we had a great discussion with this. I know Uji, I kept you a little bit longer than you wanted to stay, but
Yeah.
it's all
It's all
good.
good, though. We had fun.
Yeah, we have.
Always.
Now, Gina, you're not going to be here Friday, correct?
I won't be on Friday. It's not a good occasion.
When we start playing this music.
Yeah, I hate missing my favorite artists on here. I have two now. Chris Payne is one now. He's on my list too.
Hey,
But
Uji, Chris, I don't know. You didn't get a chance to hear Chris. But Chris, he does all of his music from his phone.
on an iPhone.
Okay.
It's incredible.
iPhone, you can do that. You most definitely
It's
can do
incredible. It's incredible.
This dude right here, man, he is so talented, man. I'm telling you. So, but we got talent all over the country, man, and a lot of people have sent their stuff in, and we've been gone for 2 weeks, so we're ready to play a little bit of it Thursday, tomorrow.
Jane, I need you to help me with my book, man. I need some help with my book. I need
got you. I
need
got
help.
you.
Jane,
Real
he
life.
got to tell for real.
Yep, I got you.
That's gonna be a bestseller.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
one of my goals. I need to get this book done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, we need a bigger smile than that, dog.
I'm saying, man, I wear glasses, man. Come on, man.
What's that, little peanut?
That's a little penis. What are you talking about?
You say you put the tip out there, huh? Oh man,
I didn't
that's
say
what
that.
it do. That's
Come
what
on.
it do.
Got to be a little bit happier than that, man. No doubt. Okay. Hey, I want to shout out to everybody, man, that's out there trying to make their dreams come true. Everybody just creating history. All right. Yes, this is still Women's History Month. All right. And we didn't touch on it as much as we would have liked to. Okay. But regardless, we appreciate everything, all of the progress that women have been contributing to make the history. But and as I said before, and Chris said that was a blushing face.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
As I said before, we can continuously talk about history with the same people, okay? But there are women, men, the people that are making history from this point forward. It's cool to talk about Martin Luther King and Shirley Chisholm and all the rest of them, okay, and Rosa Parks and all of them, okay. But what about the history that people are making right now? The women are making right now. All right. We make history every day on this show, and we want to make sure that everybody is celebrated on this show. So, if you got something that you want to celebrate women, come on right now. And we celebrate Black history 365, 24/7, all the time. All right. Again, thank everybody for hanging out with us. We're going to end this today on a great note. All right. If you are attracted to somebody, just go for it. Period.
Yeah.
Whether they look good, whether they don't, just go for it. Because
Stop being scared.
Yeah, the worst thing is that can happen is they'll say no. All right.
That's it.
Go out there.
That's
go
it.
for it.
I had a bunch of no's in my life.
Yeah. So
give
us a final thought, Uji.
Final thought.
On anything.
Believe in yourself. Love yourself. I think that's one of the most important things in this world as an individual. Love yourself. And if you want to know how to do that, you got to start with the mind, body, and the soul. All right. Mind, body, and soul. That's how you got to work on each one of those one at a time. Your mind, your body, and your soul. Your mind could be part of that thing that's telling you to go for it. You understand what I'm saying? Your body is one of those things that you want to stay healthy. And your soul is the tears that run down your eyes sometimes when you're really thinking and you're serious.
Mm-hmm.
All right, mind, body, and soul. I got a whole bunch of different ones on that, but mind, body, and soul is the whole thing. Love yourself, baby.
Most definitely. Give us a final thought.
Do not be afraid to be by yourself. You don't always have to have a partner in your life. You can be by yourself and it's okay. Take some time to find yourself, clear your head, and be prepared for a relationship. If you do that, the right person will come in.
There you go. I just want to say that looks fade, everybody. Okay, so if you're always trying to get that dime, okay, you're gonna wind up with a penny. Period. All right, looks fade. Go for the person that stimulates you. In coming to America the first time, I want someone who stimulates not just my loins but my intellect. Okay, get somebody that's going to stimulate you, that you can talk to, that you can do things with, and it's not always about them. Okay, or you trying to do the best that you can do for them to make them happy. All right, make yourself happy first, as both of them just said. Make yourself happy first. All right, that's Ujima right there. That's Gina Gatson right there, the author. Okay, I am Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV live. Okay, we will see you guys tomorrow. Look, send in your links. I may not be able to play everybody's all right tomorrow, but send them in. Uj, you got your guy coming tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah, I'm gonna try to make sure he's there. Zaya said he's gonna come on, and I'm gonna holler at Carlo too and see what he on.
Make sure Zaya.
But you know what? Actually, I'll need, when we do Carlo, I don't want it to be like on one of them days. He gonna need like probably about 30 minutes.
We can give him Monday or Tuesday.
Okay, yeah, he gonna need time for himself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Xavion and Zaya probably come on. I might even send a link in for one of my songs. Never know.
Yeah, let's do. I mean, we play everybody's. We try to play everybody's. Okay, a lot of times we don't have the time because we do. We're doing this 2 hours. He told me to preach Prince Akeem. A lot of time we don't have time because we get so many. All right, but we're not happy with a bunch of, but we have actually taken some people to a different plateau. Okay, we got, man, you need to hear Ruby Tech. Real talk.
Okay.
That's Gina's favorite author now. I mean, famous artist now. She's downloaded his music. She plays it in her car. All of that. Okay?
Yep, absolutely.
Jordan,
you one of them good people. You actually pay for your downloads.
Yeah, you got to hook up too, don't you?
No, I support my people. I ain't gonna lie. I support my people. I go ahead and spend that $3, $1.99. I do that.
Her fiance Robert Jordan is his favorite artist now. You know what I mean? So
he downloaded Jordan's music. Yep.
So it's like, hey man, you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to listen to you. Okay, but you can be sure that we here at DopelivenTV Live will play your music and we'll give you our honest opinion about it. And again, y'all tune in tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna have some fun tomorrow. Okay, that's Ujima right there again. That's Gina Gatson. Okay, this DopelivenTV. Hey, but before we go.
You're beautiful. You're smart. You're loved. This week we're great. You got this. You're a badass. You can do this.
Yo, what's up? We watching Dope Living TV. What you watching?
Quit laughing. We out. Gina, love you. We will see you tomorrow.
Yep, love you.
I'm going to bed. Sweet dreams.
Me too.
That's it, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow.